Hello and welcome to Crafting Unedited. My name is Sierra and today I'm going to introduce you to Hippie Crafters tie-dye kit. So the Hippie Crafter, right here, reached out to me a couple weeks ago and they said, do you want to tie-dye some stuff? Or do you want to take a look at our store, see, what kind of products you'd be interested in reviewing and doing and testing and all that good fun stuff. So they reached out. I said, well, duh, of course I want to do some of it. And they have a ton of really awesome stuff in their store. Unique things. The tie-dye kit was one of my favorites, so that was one of the first that I requested. The other items were they have mica powders, they have tumbler stuff, they have epoxy, they have art supplies, mold, not mold, modeling clay. Big difference. Modeling clay, acrylic paints, canvases. They have black canvases, all kinds of really fun stuff. So if you haven't checked them out yet, go ahead and check them out. The link will be in the description. But that's not what we're here to talk about today, other than the fact that they sent me the stuff. So I wanted to give it a full-on trial for you guys. I love all things tie-dye. When Five Below started getting their tie-dye, like watercolor tie-dye polyester materials, I was sold instantly. I had to have all of them so that I could sublimate on them. But I wanted to do my own because I like different color combinations. And while I love theirs, these are unique. I love it. So with this kit, it comes with 24 colors. You can see right there. It also comes with everything that you need to tie-dye right here. We're going to open up the box. I'll go through everything, and then we will actually tie-dye a shirt. Might be a part 2 on this video. Don't know. We'll see how long it goes. So let's get some scissors and get to opening, shall we? I left my scissors over here. One second. And please do excuse the sinuses. The weather wants to be a freaking roller coaster out here, and I'm done with it. 61 day, 20 or 10 the next day, and then back up to 40, and then negatives. Oh, and then look, there's a snowstorm. And then next day, 60 degrees, so it all melts and floods everything. It's great. Mother Nature has no idea what she's doing anymore. She reminds me of me as a new mom. No idea what's going on, just kind of winging it. And kind of now. Me, in real life. It's me. I'm Mother Nature. Alrighty. Box is open. Oh, it comes in a cute little box too, or container, whatever you want to call it, with a handle. Look at how cute this is. Love it, love it, love it, love all of it. All right, so it even comes with like the bottles. Let's open it up. See what's inside. Tells you what it includes, and then it gives you some instructions. How cool. If there's anything missing, it even has missing something. Reach out to them. Fun, fun, fun. I love tie-dye. My kids love tie-dye. Everybody loves tie-dye. If you don't love tie-dye, I'm very sorry. Let's see. What is this? Oh, and then here's another thing. They have all their, like, other products down here, too. They have double-sided tape. How fun is that? All right. What are these? Spray bottles, rubber bands, gloves, funnels. Oh, look at that. It even comes with a worksheet, like a plastic work surface thing. I'm assuming that's what this guy is. And these little guys are the gloves. Let's open them up and find out. These have to be the gloves. Look how tiny. They even come individually wrapped. And then... yes, this is like a protective covering for your workspace. That's pretty nice of them to send. And then these 2 little funnels to help you funnel the powder into the bottles. You get both the squeezy bottles and these little tiny spray bottles. These are cool also because they are all labeled. I don't have to label them. This is so fun. This color is winning me over right now. These two, the lake blue and, oh, these three. Look at, I just grabbed them. Gray, dark umber, and I'm so excited for these. So you get both of those. These are not labeled, but that's okay. A ton of rubber bands, which I appreciate because I can't do the whole like string. It just doesn't work for me. No string. And then all the powders, and all of the powders, looks like one might have like leaked a little bit, but they're labeled as well. Rose red, polish red, purplish red, not polish, but they're all labeled. And I'm assuming that you don't use a whole pack per spray thingy or applicator thing. I feel like that might be a little much, but we'll see. All right. And then I think that's everything. So you don't get nearly as many of the spray bottles. You get 4 of these guys, which should be fine. I like using these for like stencils tie-dye. I like to use them like when I was doing bleaching shirts, I would use these little bottles and spray around my area that I wanted bleached, like where my design would go. That way I had a very targeted area rather than having it spread and go like all over the place. So these little guys are very, very helpful. Alrighty, so what do we need to get started to tie-dye? And don't worry, I'm not doing it in here on the carpet. I've already got printer ink on my carpet and my ceiling from the whole trying to save the the planet and recycling my ink cartridges. So we're gonna do that in the kitchen area with tile. So, or bathroom, maybe bathroom. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll wing it, but it tells you exactly how to do it. You put on some gloves, you pour the powders into the bottles, mixing a single bottle at a time before moving on to the next color. That makes sense. No trying to shake them all at once. That'd be bad. I'd have more ink on my ceiling. Fill the bottle with water. Fill up the bottle until the 50 line with cool tap water. Oh, look at that. They're even labeled for measuring. So if you do... It says to pour the whole thing in there, but I feel like if you pour half and you only fill it to the 25, you could do double. These do not have caps on them. So I would not, unless I'm using those colors, I would not mix those colors. That's just a me thing. I don't want it sitting out because I know me. I will spill it later on trying to find something else. That's just me. All right, fill to the 50 line. So you could use half the powder to the 25 line. I feel like what I would do is cut a little corner of the powder and add a little bit, shake it, see if I like the color, add a little bit more, and you know, you get what I'm saying. Shake the bottle vigorously. If you would like to use the spray bottles when creating your project, mix dye powder and water in the bottle first, then pour dye mixture into the spray bottle. The ratio of water pigment must be controlled in order for the dye to process correctly. Store mixes and mixed dyes in cool, dark place when not in use. I will say that maybe I'll reach out to them and say, hey, you know, if you guys could add on like the little caps of the bottles here, so that if they do spill, they don't leak everywhere. For now, if I do have leftover, what I'll do is I'll pour a little bit of hot glue on top. That way, when I'm ready, it kind of creates its own little fake plastic cap. So, there's that. Alrighty, let's go get my working surface started, wherever it may be. And we'll be back in a jiffy. Alrighty, so apparently I am an a-hole, and I lied. They do have, goodness, the little covers on them. They have the caps. I'm so sorry. Hippie crafter, I misspoke. I'm just stupid. So I am only doing 2 colors. This one's kind of throwing me off a little bit because it's supposed to be highlighter yellow, but it's more like a dingy mustard color. It's kind of gross. And then I'm doing grass green because St. Patty's Day is coming. I could have done orange too, maybe. But I've got 8 things on this. So we're going to do yellow and green. And then I'll put some vinyl on it later and do orange. I have this really awesome orange that I'm going to do on these. So I have a 100% cotton t-shirt that I'm going to do. Excuse my sink. This is my whatever. Let's just, eventually we're going to either replace the sink or put some epoxy, make it all glittery and dark and epoxy over it. And then I found some random socks. Plain white socks. Let's see how they die. Worst case, they don't work. It's fine. They might be polyester because I'm pretty sure I bought them for sublimation, but we'll see. All right. Also, I highly don't recommend wearing a shirt that you care about while doing this. While I love my shirt, so I'm stuck. This is where we're at. This is what we're doing. You want to shake these vigorously for quite a while, I think. Sorry for the lighting, by the way. It's I'm in my laundry room. It's the only place that had a sink big enough that I could die in. So, and I didn't want to do it on a flat surface. Alrighty. This was my safest option. All right, so basically you're just going to figure out which ones you want. And what I like to do when I'm tie-dyeing or bleaching or whatever, ooh, that was almost really bad. Just pay attention, that might be a good start. Is I like to put a dot in the ones that I'm going to do each color with before I start. So I'm going to do my green here, green here, green here. No. Poop. Whatever. It's tie-dye. It's not going to be perfect. That is very depressing, though, that it shot out like that. Alrighty. So I guess we're going to just, like, dab lots of yellow over that green right there. Yellow here. Maybe I should slow down. Yellow here. And yellow here. And then we're gonna do the same thing with the socks. Yellow, yellow, yellow. You don't have to do this. I do it because it keeps me on track. Unless the yellow, dye falls right off. All right, so now you just dye, squirt, 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 squirt. I feel like maybe I should have wetted my shirts first, my items. This is not really working very well. I guess it is. I did use the whole packet of these, so I really hope this works very well. Yellow, yellow. I don't tie-dye very often because it's messy. It's not symmetrical. It's not meant to be either. But I am very OCD when it comes to certain things. And I have a hard time with this. If you feel that, please share. I totally bombed this, so I feel like I'm just gonna wing it. I got a bunch pulling up in the middle here. This is not gonna be a pretty shirt. I'm calling it now. It's gonna be wild and ridiculous. I like my other method of dyeing better. The other way that I do these for tie-dye, because I can't get these crisp lines that everybody else is getting, is I like to just, what do you call it? Splatter. Or like the spray. The spray, I love the spray. basically with that, it's just do whatever. This is supposed to be very like symmetrical, and it is not by any means. I mean, look at this. There's yellow dots all over. I suck at tie-dye, but that's okay. You won't know if you suck at something or if you're good at something until you try it. Apparently, I just need to stick to vinyl and sublimation. You know? I'm trying not to use a whole lot on the socks because I still have a whole backside of the shirt to do. Unless I'm going to have just a one-sided tie-dye shirt. It would be very fun. Oh no, that was the wrong triangle. The verdict is in. I should have stuck with the acrylic paints. Or just the vinyl. Okay, we're going to finish these socks first. Again, shaking. My rubber band moved. I did the lighter color first. Not like it really makes a difference right now. Because this, especially on the socks, it's like all over the place. So for the socks, I'm just gonna go all in. All over. Just dots. Could be a cool look, huh? And then I'm definitely gonna wipe off my gloves because I don't want to splatter green and yellow all over my shirt. This could be pretty cool. I like this method. Because I'm still going to have some of the tie-dye stripes in there because of the rubber bands. And then the way that I have it. You know what I mean. And I might actually just stick to doing the shirt that way too. Because I like it. It's fun. It's different. And it's using a lot less dye. I don't know how these socks are going to wash. Because like I said, these are probably polyester because I pulled them out of my sublimation blanks bin. Good enough. Now for the shirt. Flip it over and do the yellow on the other side. Son of a biscuit. Okay. Yeah, this isn't working very well. This is the wildest tie-dye ever. Squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it. Okay. Whatever. Oh, I'm splashing on my shirt. Let's not do that. I'm just literally splattering green everywhere. If you got any tips on these tie-dye tricks, I'd love to hear. Or tie-dye methods. Because I suck at it, and it's quite apparent. This definitely looks St. Patty's Day themed, though, which is the point here. That is what I'm going for. Feels like this part needs a little yellow throughout. This guy too. Okay, flip it over. Do some more greens. Same thing, just splattering everywhere. Because I don't like the other way. I feel like as a person with OCD, this method is easier because you know it's messy. You know that it's not going to be symmetrical. When you do this and then you have your lines with the rubber bands, you expect some sort of symmetrical line. But doing it this way, in your head, you know that there isn't going to be any symmetrical lines. Or any sort of order, for that matter. Okay. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Yellow up in there, because there's like barely any yellow on this part. Okay, and now just squeeze it, get it all up in there. These guys, squeeze them, and then you can release the rubber bands, I think. And, I actually love everything about this sock. Look at this. I love it. It's so fun. I love it. And then I guess you hang them or you wait for them to dry. That's a really good question. I gotta go back to my instructions real quick. But I love everything about these socks. They are so fun. Going to grab instructions. Working over a sink, carefully remove. Allow to sit for minimum of 6 to 8 hours. Once you're finished applying the dyes, place fabric into a plastic bag and let sit. Fabric should remain slightly damp in a large Ziploc bags, or saran wrap works best. Well, I have neither, so we're gonna improvise. I'll find something. Grocery bags. So yeah, I probably should not have opened these yet. They need to sit for a minimum of 6 to 8 hours before I wash them. All right, so wash the fabric in a washing machine by itself for the first time. Use a minimal amount of laundry detergent and run on a normal wash cycle. Allow fabric to air dry in the dryer. Stand back and admire your work. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do a third section to this video. While this sits, those sit like that apparently. I'm gonna put these in like a grocery bag and tie it up real tight and like suck all the air out, do what I can. That way it can really get in there. But stay tuned. You can go through part 3. If I can get the gloves off to turn the camera off. Alrighty, welcome back. Wasn't gone for long actually. But now that the shirt and the socks have been processed, cured, whatever, and dried, I can show you the end result. So I let them sit in the bag for 8 hours-ish. It says 6 to 8 hours, but I went out, ran my errands, and right before bed, I pulled them out of the bag and I rinsed them. I just ran them through a cold rinse and spin cycle in the washer. Didn't use any detergent or anything. I might wash them again, but with a little bit of detergent to make sure that nothing is going to come out, but I don't think that it will. The socks are really cool. This is what the socks look like. They're not as vibrant as they were when I dyed them, which I think is to be expected. Like I said, I'm not usually a tie-dyer, but I really like them. They're definitely going to be one of my new favorite pairs of socks, but I'm definitely going to be using them for St. Patrick's Day, of course. And then I've got this really, really amazing orange vinyl that I'm going to put on it. Not the socks, the shirt, but for real. This is the shirt. It looks way cooler than I expected. I definitely expected it to be a lot messier. But overall, I really do like the Hippie Crafter tie-dye. It was easy to use. It came with everything you needed. I did do another shirt with my kids, and I did use the spray bottles for those. And one of the spray bottles had a little bit of a stickiness to it, but it was just because, you know, they can't control that. The one thing that I would recommend is that they send more of the spray bottles for you. They send you 24 little squirter bottles, but only 4 of the sprays. So, but other than that, I absolutely loved it. I hope that you'll love it too. I'm going to put the link and everything in the description for you so that you can get on board with the tie-dye and see what other stuff that they have. I definitely recommend it. This is the front. And then this is the back of the shirt. It didn't, like, I don't know. It might just be because it's just tie-dye and tie-dye is tie-dye, but I love it. I love the fact that they send you literally everything that you needed. It made it super easy. You didn't have to go here, go there, get like a whole bunch of stuff. It's all in one box. And shipping was super fast. So if you're into tie-dye or if you want to try tie-dye, this is a great starter kit for you. That piece of plastic that it came with for your workspace is massive. I used it with the kids when I did their shirts, and it's literally like it covered our whole kitchen table. So don't worry about making a mess. And it's very sturdy. It didn't rip. So highly recommend Hippie Crafter for your tie-dye needs. And probably anything else that you might need. They had vinyl, they had canvases, they had acrylic paints, they had epoxy stuff. Like I said, pretty much everything you could need for crafting. So get on over there, check it out. Let me know your thoughts. If you've used their stuff before, let me know what you think. So glad to hear it. Like, subscribe, love me, comment, all that good fun stuff. Until next time, people, happy crafting.